Our eyes will be on tomorrow's meeting of the Center for COVID-19 Situation Administration, chaired by the Prime Minister, during which a number of proposals to ease the restrictions will be discussed and agreed upon. So a lot of expectations are around that tomorrow will be very, very crucial in deciding which businesses will be allowed to reopen and which businesses which have already been allowed to reopen will see more easing of the restriction. So let's take a look at what we can expect from tomorrow the meeting.
Yes. Now let's take a look at the curfew hours that probably will be extended in terms of easing restriction.
The current curfew hours are 10 p.m. to 4 a.m. the next day, right? So the proposal is for the curfew hours to be shortened to 11 p.m. to 4 a.m. the next day.
Yes.
So 1 hour shorter than what they are today. So this is something that a lot of businesses have been crying for, because this would give customers and workers and employees of business more time to go home after finishing their businesses or finishing their dinner.
Yeah. Also, another move today, Kun Thepchai, is the royal decree which has announced Prime Minister has appointed a group, a committee who will consider easing of restriction measures, and we have seen the name and the position of people who are in the committee. Let's take a look who will be member of the committee. Secretary General of National Security Council, General Somsak Rungsita as committee chairman, and Deputy Army Commander-in-Chief, General Natapon Nak Panit as vice committee chairman. Committee members include officials from public health, medical, legal and communication agencies, as well as economists.
It's quite clear that the Prime Minister wants all decisions about easing the restriction to be well thought out and taking into consideration all suggestions and feedbacks from various sectors of the society. That's why the members of this committee are quite diverse, not only government officials, but also economists and representatives from private sector.
Yes, and the scope of responsibility of the committee, they will propose guidelines for easing of shutdown measures on fortnightly basis to the Prime Minister. Also, they will draft regulations for easing shutdown measures, and they will coordinate with the government and private agencies and others for necessary information and suggestions. So these are the scope of responsibility of committee who will consider relaxing measure of the lockdown.
So that means that every 14 days, the committee will come up with an evaluation of the easing of the restrictions, and then come forward with a new suggestion as to what else needs to be done to slowly, gradually ease the shutdown restriction. So the committee will be having quite a tough task in deciding what kind of measures that will be taken to satisfy increasing demands from various sectors of society. We certainly want to see the country return to normal as soon as possible.